Hello, everybody. We are going to study in this lecture about percentage. We will start percentage from very basic, and we will also solve very tough questions, questions of examinations such as SSC, railway, and other examination, other government examination. So, if you study this chapter, then I will make sure that this chapter is dealt in very detail and comprehensive way so that you will be able to solve all the questions which appears in the examination of SSC, banking, UPSC, railway, etc. So you will be in the position to solve all those questions, right? So I will make sure that I will try to make it as simple as possible. So let's start. So when I say percentage, what do you understand by percentage? Wherever you, the percentage means something in 100. If I say 1%, that means I'm talking about 1 in 100, right? The sign of percentage is this. So wherever you see this sign, you should understand meaning of this sign is nothing but 1 upon 100, 1 by 100. This is the meaning, right? We understood the meaning. Now we are going to uh, study a little bit more about the concept of percentage, right? So we will start it from basic. We will start from so basic even the kids, they can understand and they can solve uh, the questions. I want to assure you that when you watch this lecture, you will say that why didn't I find this lecture before? Because I am going to explain this topic in such a basic and simple manner that will help everyone, and you will be easily able to solve all the questions which you see in the examination. What you have to do is just be with me and we will try to solve all those possible questions which appears in any examination. So when I say percentage, that we are referring something in 100, right? So if something is written like 1%, 2%, 3%, what do we mean by this? Percentage to fraction, how can we go? If something is written, if percentage, let's write p percentage, and then percentage equivalence. If we want to go in this fraction equivalence. So how can we do that? 1%, that means 1 upon 100. This is very simple. 2%, that means 2 upon 100. 5%, we have seen above the meaning of percentage, something in 100. So 5%, that means what? 100. 5 upon 100. I'm so really sorry. So now 6% means 6 upon 100, right? Now what we are going to do is very simple. Now you have seen this. Let me drink some water and then yes. In the same way, if I want to write this 8% in the form of fraction, then what I can write? 8 upon 100. Very simple, you understand this much? Now further, if we want to write fraction first and then we want to convert it into percentage, right? So how we can do that? See, some number which is written in the form of 1 upon 2, then how can we do that? So we need to multiply this number with 100. So 1 upon 2 multiply by 100%. That means this is 50%, right? If some number is written in the form of 1 and upon 3, then we can write it like this, and then it will be like this, right? So simple so far. So with this, with the above two slide discussion, we came to know about one concept, that if there is percentage and there is fraction. So if we want to go from percentage to fraction, right, or if we want to come from fraction to percentage, what we can do? We will divide this with 100, and here we will multiply this with 100. Understood? Right. So this is how we are going to convert some number in the form of percentage, some fraction in the form of percentage. And this is, let me tell you, this is very important for your examination. For example, if a number is 1, then how can we convert it into the form of percentage? 1, if there is nothing in the bottom here, so what we can write? We can write 1 upon 1, that will still make 1, right? So if we want to convert, this is the fraction, guys. This is the fraction, f fraction, right? And this side percentage, right? So 1 upon 1, how can we convert this into percentage? So 1 upon 1 multiply by 100. So how much it will be? 100%. Now 1 upon 2, how can we convert this? 1 upon 2 multiply, we have seen in the trick, because for examination we have to go through the trick, we have to remember so many tricks, because we don't have so much time in the examination hall to go through the basic. So we will use multiple tricks and it will make our task so easy. So this will be 50%. 1 upon 3 multiply by 100, that will make 33.5%. Like this we have to, like this we will write, this is the way we write, right? So like this we have to write so many numbers, not so many numbers, around 10 to 15 numbers, which is very necessary for our examination point of view and which we need to remember, right? So I'm gonna write you some number, and then you will write down it in your notebook, and then you have to remember it, right? So one like this, 1 upon 4, that will become that will become 25%. 1 upon 5, that will be how much? 20%. 1 upon 6 1 upon 6, if you would do this, so how much it will be? 100 upon 6. But we don't live in this form, we have to further, simplify it. So it will be, if you divide 100 by 6, how much it will be? 100 divided by 6. Then 6 1 ja 6 means 4, and 6 into 6, that is 36. We have 4 remaining here, reminder. And how we write? We write this like 16 and 6 and 16 for this reminder we write here, and this number we write here, and then we can cancel it by 2. It will make 3. 16. This will be our outcome. Yeah, this is how we write, right? First we 1 upon 6, and then we will multiply by 100, and then we divided that. We saw that we have remainder 4, and then this is how it is written in the form of fraction, right? So in this form you will see so many times in the examination. And then when you see this, you have to understand, when you see 16 and 2/3, then it should click in your mind that this is referring to this number 1 upon 6. If you take this number, then then it should click in your mind that it is talking about 1 upon 6, right? The next number we are going to take 1 upon 7. Similarly we can write, right, 16 to 7th percent, right? 1 upon 8, that will be, we learned above that how we can convert number into fraction. So using same trick we can do like this: 12.5%. This is very very important, guys. This is very very important. We have to remember some number in the form of, we have to remember some fraction in the form of percentage, because we will see this kind of fractional percentage in the examination, and when we see there, it should be like this. Okay, so yeah, 1 upon 10, then it is 10%, right? 111, it is how much? 9, 111th percent. This is 1 upon 12. This will make how much? 8. Another, we will write 1 upon 14. That will make how much? This, right? So very soon we are also going to start you know the we are going to start the questions which is written in the next slide. First we have to complete this, which will make our task very very easy. 1 upon 15 is this, and 1 upon 16, you know 1 upon 16 is 6 is to 1 fourth percent, and 1 upon 18 is 5 mm, 4. Just give me, yes. So 1 upon 19 is 5, and 20, guys, 20 20 is 5%, right? Next, next we have seen the number. We are going to take some special case, right? Right. Whenever you see like this special case, like whenever we have seen till up to 20. Now it's enough, right? We will learn one by one later. So let's start with the questions, right? I'm sorry. Let's start with the questions which we have, right? This question, this is very basic questions. Do not think that this is I'm going to solve very simple question, and because of that, this kind of questions is not asked in the examination. I will start with the basic, right? And I told you I will also solve very tough questions. So 22.5% of 200, how we are going to solve it? So you can write this, as we came to know about the 200 and how much 2.5%, the percent is there. So the meaning of this sign is we can do this, we can remove this percent and we can put 100 in the bottom of that number. So we can cancel these two zero with this, and then 2.5 multiplied by 2, it will be 5, right? And then the option A becomes true. And the next question in the slide is this 2. This is also very easy. This is also very easy one, right? We can solve this. And what will be? Tell me. So it is saying 80% of 50% of 90. That means 90 is a number, and of this number 80%, we can write this 80% into the form of uh, in the form of fraction, right? So we can write this, instead of 80% we can write 80 upon 100, and instead of 50 we can write 50 upon 100. And then we have to cancel. We can divide 50 by 100 in two times, and then this we can cancel this 0 with this 0. This how much it will make? See, 9 into 8 divided by 2, that means 4, 36. The number we got is 36, option A, right? Now we guys, if we want to really clear the examination, in that what we will have to keep in mind, we will not solve all the questions from the basic, right? We will have to use some smart approach. We will have to use some smart approach, so that we can solve this, we can solve it very quickly. The questions, it should be, it should not take more time, right? You should be able to solve it very. So the trick that we have here is digital sum. Have you heard about digital sum? Digital sum unit digit and divisibility. See, this kind of thing, it should be in our mind so that we can do calculation very quickly in the examination, right? So let's add another page. Okay, so digital sum means sum if a number which is written in the form of this 9, if some number is written in the form of this 18, if multiple, if some number is written in the multiple of 9, so we have this number, this many number, right? And you see one interesting thing, digital sum of all this number which you see here is 9. If you add this 1 and this 8, it will be 9. If you add this 2 and 7, this is 9. If you add this 2 digit, these two digit, it is 9. So we learn about a trick, any number which is in the multiple of 9, the digital sum of that number is going to be 9 only, not more than that. So with this thing should be in our mind, that whenever we are multiplying any number, right, any number with 9, then it should be, then the digital sum of that particular number will be 9, right? We can, solve the, using this trick we can solve so many questions, and looking at the option we will be able to get the answer if we have this much concept, right? So we had solved how much, two questions. Now third questions we are going to solve. And see, it is not that I am giving you very simple question, this was also asked in the examination, right? You see that ssc chsl in shift 4, it was asked, right? So now we are going to solve this question, and this is very easy. It is saying 10% of 20% of x is 240. See, in number which is x, the 10% of this number, right? 10% of this number and 24% of this number, it is saying it's 240, right? It's 240. Then how can we solve this, right? We know this is the question is saying this, so we can cancel this 0 with this, and then we can we can cancel this 24 with this 24, and 10 will be here. Now now so what we have here, now here we have x, now upon 1000, this 1000 equal to what? 10. So if we find the value of x, this 1000 will go that side and it will multiply with that number. You understood? So it will be 10,000, and then the option 1 we have here, we have 10,000. Now question number 4, right? Before we go to question number 4, right? Okay, let's solve this question from the basic method. This question is saying 80% of 350 is 37.5% of 160 plus 11% and 500. This is our question, right? So what is this question saying? If we go with the basic, what we are going to do, we will. So what is this question saying? This question is saying 80%, no, 80% of 350 minus 37% and half percent of 160 plus 11% of 500, right? So what we are going to do, we will write in the simple form 350 minus, we can write this 37 in the form of this 37 1 upon 2%, you see here. Then we multiply this number with this and we add this. So if we do that, that will become 74 plus 1, it will 75, and we write this number in the bottom, right? So here 75 upon 2, this is in the form of percent. We will also write 100 here in the bottom of 160 plus 11 upon 100 multiply by 500. Yeah. If we solve this, then we can cancel this 0 with this 0, and then it will become 280. If we multiply, then if we divide this, right, and then we can divide it in 8 times. We can divide 5, we can divide it by 2, we can cancel with 2, and then it will become 4. So if we cancel this 5 with this 75, this will give how much? 15. If we multiply this 15 and 4, this will become 60, right? If we, and then we add this that will become 55. How much we have now? We will add these two number, and then we will subtract this 60 from here, right? So how much, if we here if we add this two number, we have minus 5 and then 260, so it will become 275, where we have this option number C, we have this answer 275. The next, the question number 4, right? Question number 5, what is it saying? This is very beautiful question, you see here. If 20% of 35% of a number is 240.8, then 18% of that number rounded up. It is not asking exactly. Solve this question. The 20% means this, 35% of a number, it is saying of a number. So suppose that number is x, is 240.8, right? So how we are going to solve it, right? 5 and then 7 and 20, right? We can bring 10 here by removing that point. Now here we, how much we have? 10, 5 this and 2. So we can we will take this 10 to that side, and it will become how much? 28 into 10 upon 7. This is nothing but the value of x, this number we have, right? So we will divide this number by 7. If you divide it 24, this will be 3 times, and then how much we have? 344. The number we got is 3. The number we got is this: x is equal to 3 4 4 10. But the work is not done yet, because it is saying that 18% of that number we will have to find. 18% of this number, right? So if we calculate 18% of this, the in the you have to multiply this and then divide by 10. So yeah, it will become how much? It will be around 619 2. Then you can add point here. So which option we have? The option number B we have. The next question, the number 6 question, it is saying that 15%, right, of A is equal to 25% of a number B. This is the question. How we can solve this? We can cancel this percent by this percent, right? It will give 100 here in the bottom, and it will give 100 here in the bottom, both. So we can cancel it, and then we will solve it. We will divide by 3 each, and then it will give 5. So we will divide with 5, not by 3, actually by 5. It will be 3 here and 5 here. So 3a equal to 5b. How we can convert this into in the form of fraction, right? We will send this b to here, right? And we will send this 3 to here. So whatever is written, the 5 is to 3, the B option will be correct. All right. So this was the uh, today class, and then in the next class we are going to solve more questions.